My name is Harvey Osborne. I'm the course leader for history at the University of Suffolk, and I'm here to say a few words about our taught postgraduate degree at the university. That is to say, the MA in history at the University of Suffolk. Now, our MA focuses primarily on what we would describe as the modern period. That is to say, the period from 1750 onwards broadly, right up until the modern day. And it explores topics and themes at a local, national, and global level in a kind of integrated way, really, which are not only some of the most relevant and kind of pressing of our own times, but which are also at the forefront of much current historical inquiry. So that is to say, themes and topics like environmental change, war and conflict, sexuality and gender, violence, identity, migration, decolonization, and also experiences of modernization and globalization. It's also fair to say that we are focused also on the very practical business of equipping people with research skills in order that they can pursue careers with that skill set in mind, but also to prepare them for further study if that is indeed their intention. What I might also emphasise is a further theme, really, which is public history and heritage. And one of the things that our MA is also concerned to do is to prepare people for a career in the heritage or public history sector. And I'll say something more about that in a moment. The modules that we teach as part of this program can be viewed on our website, or at least our part of the kind of UOS website, University of Suffolk website. But some of the titles include Making History, Conflict, Landscape and Environment, Lives in Motion, Local Places and Global Processes, Modern Violence, Public History and Dissertation. Perhaps some of those titles will also emphasize something else rather important about our MA, which I think I might have touched on earlier, is that we try very much to kind of integrate a local, regional, national and global lens when we are looking at the past. And actually one of our concerns as part of that exercise really is not to overlook really the local history of Suffolk in East Anglia and to try and place that in a wider national or international context. Most of our teaching is done through small seminar classes. So these are face-to-face classes, usually of 2 to 3 hours duration. And depending on when you elected to be taught in terms of your module choice, you would be attending either 1 or 2 days a week generally. Our teaching occurs in a building on our campus called The Hold, which is very significant really because The Hold is a joint venture, a partnership between the university and Suffolk Archives. So the Archive Centre for the County of Suffolk is based on our campus and we teach within it, particularly with the MA. So what we hope to offer students is a kind of enriched experience, really, whereby we can not only kind of talk about the past in conceptual or theoretic or abstract terms, but we can also kind of look at the kind of hard manuscript archival evidence that might relate to a kind of particular topic or theme just across the corridor, really, in the main archive of the Hold. So our relationship with the Hold, with the archives, is of central importance to us. It really kind of influences how we teach, and it also enables us to do some very different things in terms of the kind of partnerships that we can kind of create and pursue with the archives. And I'll say something more about that in a moment when I talk about assessment, perhaps. In terms of our teaching year, we start at the end of September, and the MA is a year-long course which would conclude in early to mid-August every year. And it's largely over the summer period that you'd be working on an independent piece of work as part of the module I mentioned earlier, the dissertation, if you like. We like to keep assessment on this programme varied and relevant. That is to say, relevant to the demands of the modern workplace, really, particularly the kind of workplace in the perhaps heritage or public history sector. So as well as doing some conventional things, perhaps like writing essays or dissertations, you would be involved in kind of creating podcasts, public history content, really, in many ways, other elements of web content, and also helping to create events and exhibitions as part of our kind of partnership with the Hold. The reason that we think those applied assessments or those applied skills are so important is because our graduates can leave the MA and when they encounter an employer in the kind of heritage sector, they can demonstrate that they have already done many of the kind of tasks, if you like, or acquired many of the work skills that that sector requires. If you would like further information on the course and how we teach and something about us even perhaps, please visit the University of Suffolk website, and you're looking for the page that's dedicated to the MA in history. And actually, if you simply type MA History Suffolk in Google, you will find us. Alternatively, you can email me directly, and my email is h.osborne@uos.ac.uk. And you can also find my contact details on the web. Thank you for listening.